Hello! Today I want to walk you through how to cook an artichoke. So I'm going to go through two different ways of how to cook an artichoke. And the reason I go through a series of every vegetable, A to Z, how to make it, the benefits of it. And why do I want to do that? Because I really want to inspire you to eat more vegetables. To be honest with you, most of us think we're eating a lot more vegetables than we actually are. And to get in the total servings that we need for all of our quality nutrients and to make sure our bodies are functioning properly, we need to up that. So getting in veggies as many places as possible and making vegetables fun. Making it fun to cook, making it fun to eat. So today I want to go through a quick demo at how to make an artichoke. So first things first, I got a couple of artichokes, so a couple of things you want to look for. First, you want to make sure they're green. And I've already cooked two, so I'm going to show you your artichoke. You want to cut the bottom off the artichoke. So cut the bottom, and you want to make it nice and flat on the bottom, and really just, there's no use for the stem, so you can go ahead and just cut it off. I've already pre-rinsed this. You want to make sure you rinse it really, really well. And then you want to cut about 1/2 inch off the top of the artichoke. So once you cut the top off, and it's actually, they're kind of rough at the top, you want to spread out the leaves really, really well. Spread those leaves really, really well. And then you want to, so the reason I'm showing you specifically artichokes today, because they are number 7 of the USDA's top recommended foods for top antioxidants. So in learning about artichokes and realizing that there's so many health benefits, I wanted to share it on to all of you. Some of the main benefits, it's got tons of fiber, so 5 to 6 grams in one of these, which is frankly, for a 1 cup size of prunes, you're getting the same amount. So a lot of people think, oh, I need to get the fiber. They think of the traditional sources, but something like an artichoke, you have 5 to 6 grams of fiber. Also great for pregnant women or those who want to become pregnant. A lot of folic acid in an artichoke. Potassium, you have about 100 of them. I'm going to show you different vegetables as we go out throughout this series of what vegetables contain what types of nutrients. Also magnesium, really great for magnesium, vitamin C, vitamin K. So you have a ton of nutrients in this little plant. And the main thing it's known for, and actually this is very, this dates back centuries actually, healing liver cancer. What it does is it stimulates the production of bile and helps it through the pathways to get it through the gallbladder. So what it does is, so this is one of the #1 hangover cures, which I think is hilarious. So if you're looking for something to detoxify the liver, artichokes is your best friend. And if you need a hangover cure next day, artichoke is your best friend. So basically all I did was I rinsed this out and I'm just peeling it away. What I'm going to do at the center, I'm honestly using the most simple ingredients ever here. So I have garlic cloves, I have lemon, and I have butter and oil. So I use butter when I roasted it, and then I use oil when I boiled it. So you have 2 different options here. So those of you who love butter, and I do in certain things, obviously grass-fed butter, organic, always, is what I'm gonna say and tell you. So also, when you're rinsing these artichoke, make sure you rinse them really, really well. If you can buy organic, get organic, because then it makes sure you don't have the pesticides on them or it limits them. But if you can't get organic, just make sure you rinse it really, really well. And another way you could do that is rinse it with baking soda and just make sure you get it super, super clean. So all I did here was I opened up the stems and I cut off each stem, if you notice. So they were really pointy, and all I did was make them flat. I cut off the stems, I opened it up, rinsed it out, and I put the garlic in. The next thing I'm gonna do is just rub some lemon on the leaves just to make sure they don't get all brown, because they like to get brown really, really fast. And I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit on the top. And then take my huge thing of olive oil here. Sorry, my battery's going dead. And then I'm just gonna drizzle it on the top. So what I've done here, then I'm gonna stick it in a pot of water, and I put it with a colander in there, and I'm just going to steam it for about 20 to 40 minutes with water. I have one here that's been cooked and it's ready to go. So I'm just gonna switch places. So this one has been cooked. So all you do, it's very, very hot right now, so I'm gonna let it cool for a second. So you just let it cool. I'm gonna let it sit there while I'm cutting the other one. So that's the first way to do it, is to boil it. The second way to do it, after you've already rinsed this, and this is a really little guy, so we're gonna see how much this one works. The other one is in the oven right now. I've already roasted it, or it's almost done. I'm just gonna first cut the stem off, peel off the last bottom pieces, and then trim these edges. You wanna make nice flat edges here, making sure they're not pointy. So go through and just kind of cut them all off, clean it up. Super simple. And I know it's a little bit of maintenance, but it's absolutely worth it because you can not only use the leaves, but you can also use the heart, which I'll show you. So you're gonna cut about a half an inch off the top. And again, open up the leaves. So this one's really, really tight, or really hard to open. And then you're gonna rinse it, you're gonna cut it in half. So you're gonna cut the whole thing right down the center. And actually, to use a serrated knife, it's actually a lot better. Now, this is going to have, usually they have color on the inside, and what there is, there's like a furry middle here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a furry middle, and you're just gonna cut out the furry part. It's called the choke. So this, you do not want to eat. So make sure you extract it from the artichoke before you do anything, because you can literally choke on it, and it's no joke. So clean it out really well, and then what I do is put a piece of garlic, and I just stick it in the bottom. Same thing. Put a little lemon on it. Oh, I also forgot sea salt. I put that on pretty much both of these. And then a little bit of olive oil, just put it on there. So you do both sides, and then you put them face down on your pan. So here, I've already done that, so I'm gonna just remove it, because you wanna cover them with tin foil, which I'll show you how you get there. So these guys have been roasting at 425 for about 20 to 30 minutes. So here's the final product here. Look at that beautiful artichoke. Again, I'm gonna let that cool for a second. So how to eat an artichoke? You just start peeling the leaves off, and basically the yumminess comes from the inside. So you're basically gonna put it on your tongue, scrape away. You're gonna get the white part out. So as you're boiling this, you can kind of see the white parts start to come out. Delicious. You can also use it for dipping. So you can dip the leaf, take it off. This is my favorite brand. I use this. It's a great aioli sauce to dip it in, or you just eat them plain. You just kind of scrape it. I know it's a tiny little amount that you get in your mouth, but it's absolutely worth it. So once you peel these all off, so you eat them all, peel them all away. It's nice and soft. We're gonna start to get to the heart of this little guy. And it's still very hot, so my hands are like, ah! So, continue peeling, you get it all off. Then you're gonna come to this beautiful little blooming, look how pretty that is. See, they're so pretty. It's so hard to eat these when they're so beautiful. So you're gonna peel it all away. It's very hard when it's hot, but don't really have time to let it cool. Now, here you see the full effect of the choke at the bottom. So you're gonna see this very furry choke at the bottom. Well, this is the heart. So what you have to do is cut all of the fur out. Because again, we do not want to choke on this little guy in this process. So you clean it out, take all the fur off, and then it's nice and smooth after you get all of the choke out of it. And this is what you have left over, and you can chop it up and use it for other things, or you just eat it. So, and then you have all these leaves that you don't want to just discard, you want to eat them, but make sure you know the process of how to eat them. You scrape it on your teeth and you get out the tiny, tiny piece. So that's basically the boiled one. The one that I roasted, it looks actually really, really beautiful. Let me show you that one again. In the center, there's a beautiful garlic. So what we're gonna do here, same thing. You can eat the heart, eat the leaves the same way. Peel them off, scrape it. Delicious. And because I put garlic and salt and olive oil on it, that's literally all you need. They taste amazing. So you eat all the leaves off, go all the way to the bottom, and do the same thing. You eat the heart just like you had here, cut it up, put it in your veggie burger, put it in your dips, any of your sauces. And that's pretty much like I was just mentioning, huge, huge, huge for detoxifying the liver. So make sure you check it out. Eat more of your vegetables, finding new and creative ways to make vegetables that you may be intimidated by or afraid of. I definitely want to help you with that. Getting more vegetables in your bodies to keep you healthy and going for a very long time. So with that, thank you for joining. Have a great day.